Hello, everyone, and good morning. Hope that you're doing well. We're here together for another morning Dhyana meditation and yoga. Let's just take a moment and appreciate being here, be able to practice together, that we have the time, that we have the ability, that we have this body and mind that we can practice with. It's very important to be appreciative. When we appreciate, it's been shown that it builds up our immunity. It allows us to, of course, see things in a better perspective and just to appreciate life in general. So let's have a deep appreciation as we practice today, because many people take for granted that they will be able to practice every day, but actually we don't know whether tomorrow or later that we'll be sick or have some problems. So therefore, it's very essential that we use this opportunity that we have each day to practice and study. Because again, we as Buddhists should understand that all things change. So therefore, we may not have the ability tomorrow to do this. So let us cultivate ourselves both for today and then also for the future. Master Jiantai talks about that as preparation for illness. That, as we know as Buddhists, we have to grow old. We have the propensity to be sick. We have the propensity to pass away. So therefore, we should prepare through our practice and study both for today, and then also at that time, we'll show the level of our cultivation. Let's go ahead and breathe a little bit. Let's move a little bit on the cushion. Your body might be a little tight. You can move your shoulders back, forward. Stretch your arms, shoulder, inside. And then I'm going to the corner where my knee is. I'm going forward, so I'm stretching my back, my head. This side. Good. Do that because actually I'm feeling a little stiff today. I think with the change of weather. Today is December 2nd. It is, of course, getting colder. It's in the beginning of December now. So we've moved into the heart of winter and the water element. So therefore, as we become more aware, and our meditation is to allow us to become more aware of our surroundings, we can be able to better adapt. One of the important aspects of this element is that has to do with the kidneys. And the kidneys contain Jing. Jing is our essential life energy. When there is no more Jing, there is no more us. Okay? There are many types of energy or ki or chi, as they say. But this is the most essential aspect. So we protect that by taking care of our bodily energy, our ki, our life energy. This allows us to not take from that source. So someone, just to understand what Jing means, somebody said that that's like your 401k or your retirement savings. You don't want to take from that. You want to add to that. When you take from that, sooner or later, you may be broke, and that is where all of the benefit comes from. So, for instance, most people live off the dividends of their retirement. Same as with the gene. So therefore, we should do our best to preserve it. During this time, people make sure to keep their neck, especially the back of the neck. This is where illness, according to Eastern medicine, enters. So taking care of your neck, keeping yourself warm, making sure that you, as we see with nature, start to slow down a little bit. as we become more internalized. One of the challenges that may happen at this time is that we maybe become more penitent. That means maybe more deep thinking. So this could be good or bad because we may ruminate more easily on many issues or problems. So it's very important that we use our dhyana meditation, our practice, to cultivate this. And when I say dhyana, a lot of people are assuming that this is just talking about sitting practice, but actually, all of the practices that we have, sitting, chanting, reciting the sutra, this is all dhyana. So it's important that you expand your mind as far as what dhyana means, okay? So let's go ahead and begin. So let us prepare our posture. If you have your zuko, please go ahead and purify yourself to prepare for meditation. Remember that this is an important and special undertaking. So we prepare ourselves. We have washed our face, our hair, as it says in the early sutras, donned a new robe for the day, clean clothes, and began sitting. We don't sit in the old clothes in there. We prepare new clothes. So let's go ahead and begin our breathing. So let's go and breathe in. Hold, exhale. And remember exhaling all of the negative from all corners of the body. Next, breathe in again. And exhale. Last round. It's important to know that through breathing and eating is how we mostly internalize and gain and balance new energy or chi. So let us prepare ourselves as a stone anchor, placing our hands in Hokai Join, closing our eyes, ears over the shoulders, chin tucked in, tongue at the roof of the mouth, eyes gently closed enough to keep the light out. And with the sound of the bell, let us melt into meditation, awareness, and concentration. bell, let us go ahead and release our attention, bringing our awareness back to our body and our surroundings. Let us sit for a moment in this awareness, this mindfulness. Let's take a scan of our body, how are we feeling? Is our mind feeling peaceful? Our body, our emotions, are they settled? Just observe, not thinking, no judgment. If you feel still anxious, just sit with it. If you feel positive, feel very relaxed, just sit with it. Don't try to hold on to it, don't try to control it, just observe. Now, as we awaken our body, let us move our fingers, our toes, taking our hands, rubbing them together, our eyes, rubbing our kidneys, how are you feeling now? Again, it's very important to know and observe the change. So I'll take away that word know and say observe change. This is what all of the practices that we do are based in, Dhyana. We can use the sutra as we chant it. We simply chant it. Therefore, our Buddha nature understands what it's doing, but our mind cannot comprehend it. When we look at the Gohonzon, we simply observe it. We observe. This is the true idea of Namu or Namas. To hold up. To revere. Revere means without judgment, just admire through one's nature, perfect nature, which is Buddha nature. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about practice. So establishing a practice is that we have to start with the primary goal. And that is the primary goal of practice, that's the foundation of practice, is having the correct time, a regular day, regular time, a regular daily practice. This may seem very obvious to people, but people jump around from practice to practice, so therefore no practice can actually establish itself. People judge, well, is this practice working or not? We should give it time. But very few meditators, even those professing years of practice and experience, maintain a truly consistent practice. Yet, to be able to reap the benefits of meditation, you must master the first stage by overcoming the obstacle and taking the necessary steps. Some obstacles that, as I am speaking of, concerning establishing a practice, this goes for meditation as well as your morning chanting practice. They should be together. As we see in the natural order of practice, we use dhyana to prepare our body, our mind, to be able to be in receipt and awareness of the Dharma as we chant the sutra and or Daimoku. In meditation, there are 4 major obstacles. Today, we'll start with 1. Not having enough time to meditate, procrastinating instead of sitting down to practice, reluctance and resistance to actually doing the practice, and doubt about your abilities. So today, let's speak on time. Finding time to practice is your initial challenge. Even today, as we're practicing, people may be able to sit, may be able to not sit, because they haven't established the time for it. When you first decide to take up meditation, you're naturally eager. Maybe you found inspiration from a book or one of our lectures. Perhaps you attended a meditation class with a friend or watched a video online. At first, sheer enthusiasm helps you to find time to practice. Yet, as your excitement or devotion fades, you will soon again begin to feel the pressure of other demands. Some solutions to overcoming this obstacle, and the antidote to this problem is quite simple. As you would do anything else you're committed to, you must make the time to meditate. I don't know anyone who established a meditation practice in his or her spare time. And besides, for most of us, spare time is a rarity. If you don't set a regular schedule, you most likely won't meditate. Please make your practice a priority. That is one reason for these practice videos, is that I hope you will be able to establish a time. And if you need to sit with someone to give you encouragement, you can watch this video at any time. That is very essential. It's very difficult to practice without a sangha, practice by one as a solitary practitioner. So therefore, I offer you this teaching. Please utilize it and find the time to meditate. Thank you very much. Let us put our hands together, chant Odaimoku 3 times. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, Namu Myoho Renge Kyo, Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. And I hope all of you have a wonderful and peaceful day. See you next time.